I'm J. Robert Spencer, and this is Joe Pesci. October 3rd, 2005, I was in a show on Broadway portraying the original Nick Massi in the Tony and Grammy Award-winning show Jersey Boys. Now, we had found a home on Broadway at the August Wilson Theater, and it's October 3rd, 2005. It's our first night of previews in front of a live audience, and I am a nervous wreck, and I never get nervous before a gig, but this particular night I was. And I had a ritual at the time. I used to smoke cigarettes. And I would, at intermission, get in my second act outfit, and I'd light that cigarette. And I'd go out in the alleyway of the theater, and I'd go through the lines of my second act. And then I'd put out that cigarette, and I'd walk back into the theater, and I would start the second act. And this particular night, when I walked out in that alleyway to light that cigarette, there is original Four Season member Bob Gaudio, and there is Oscar winner Joe Pesci. Now, we'd been working with Bob for well over 9 months. Not a shock to see him there, but I had no idea that Pesci was there. And with me already being a little nervous, I just thought, well, this is just what I don't need. So Bob goes, Bobby Spencer, Joe Pesci. I'm like, hello. And he goes, hey, nice to meet you. How you doing? So I light my cigarette and I walk away, and I'm trying to go through the lines of my second act, and I just can't focus. I can't concentrate with these two guys here. So I go, gentlemen, and I go to the door, and it's closed, and it's locked. There's no handle, and I can't get back into the theater, and I have to be on stage in 2 minutes. And I'm trying to pry this thing open, and I can't do it. And I look at Bob, and I go, Bob, do you have a cell phone on you that you can call the stage manager and have somebody come and let me in? And he goes, I don't have a cell phone on me. And Pesci goes, you can't get back in? You can't get back in? This is fucking great. He can't get back in. This is fucking great. He can't get back in. This is fucking great. So that's all he keeps saying. This is fucking great. This is fucking great. He can't get back in. This is fucking great. So I go and I'm trying to open the door, and I'm panicking, and I look, and under the door there's that much of a gap. And I open the door that way. And I made it on stage just in time. And as I was walking onto the stage, I could hear Pesci as the door was closing. Oh, that would have been so fucking great if he couldn't have got on that stage. I would have been so... That was all I heard. I got on stage, and I was flawless for the next 1,300 performances. That little moment with Pesci kind of took me out of my head. And then 1 month later, opening night, after our huge, amazing curtain call, I'm running backstage. I run into Pesci, who's now with Bob De Niro, who introduces himself. And we say, thanks for coming, Mr. De Niro. It's nice to meet you. And Pesci comes over and gives me a big hug and whispers in my ear, you were fucking great, Bobby. Fucking great. So, there you go.